make myself very slow.
Yeah, you are? Yeah. Okay.
Pinarello, Pinarello, siamo arrivati.
I am pretty tired, but this is the exact spot that I had picked beforehand on Google Maps to start here, because I want to do this from sea to sea. My mother hiked the GR20 in 1981, and now I get to do it myself in my own style. I spent the night here like a city nomad. And there's just the first bit of the sun. I have to do just one more thing before I go. Now, this is it then. The real starting point. Here we go! Maybe you have noticed I am walking kinda slow. I got injured on the first meter of my through hike. I touched the dolphin, I was very careful, but on my way back through the water I was a little less careful, just a little bit, and my foot slid across something sharp. I think it's a pretty big cut, but the professional is going to look at it. I asked if they can stitch it maybe. Now I'm just waiting. I have a lot of will to continue, so I'm doing everything I can, and the doctor is doing everything he can, so we can still do this, I think. Should be 6 hours to the next refuge. Let's see how far I get. Right now it is 6 o'clock. I believe that's a pretty iconic rock. For many people it marks the end of the GR20. For me it's the beginning. Fully loaded with supplies. Oh, yeah, nice. The gate. My plan was to just keep walking, but if the clouds get darker, I better find a safe place to sleep. This is just beautiful. It's very rocky and green. Amazing. It has been such a crazy day. And wow, I got surprised a little by the sunset. It came much earlier than expected. Look, it's getting really dark. Really exhausted. Also really excited for tomorrow. Should be really good. I slept from 10 to 4. Overall, a really good night. It's looking pretty cloudy today. I'm just very happy to be out here on the GR20. Really beautiful here. I can still see a little bit of the sea. That's pretty funny. It's a pretty narrow and overgrown trail at times. Hard to believe. There are 30,000 hikers every year. Maybe we've been gaslit, or I'm just very early in the season. Probably both. Boomer. I just saw a pretty huge thunderbolt. but it's... yeah, it's pretty far away. Still, it's not nice. Like, I think there I saw the thunderbolt striking. The weather is just not good. I'm filming with my phone now. Put the camera away for the rain, and I'm actually on one of the highest points. I just have to get out of here before the thunderclaps get here. And it's only 8:30 in the morning, so I have an entire day in front of me. I definitely have enough food to make it to Vitsavona without resupply. Really fast changing weather. Pretty interesting. The clouds are really coming my way. Pretty close and there. So I better pack my stuff and start moving again. Isn't that amazing? A little thunderclap, but it's not so close, so should be fine. Now that is what I like to call a peak. And it has started raining again. I think I'm pretty close to the refuge. Not sure. Pretty ridiculous. Oh, I see a lot of tents. Probably the tents that people can rent. It means I am at the refuge. I feel like karma is getting more on my side, and now I am able to fit everything in my backpack, so that's really really nice. The terrain is getting more technical, so walking with a shopping bag for 1.5 days it was fine, but for now it is definitely better to have the trekking pole, which is my own trekking pole, by the way. I was able to bring it to the island. The wind is blowing so ridiculously hard. I'm not sure if I should do this. But still, I'm doing it. I'm leaving this village, Favela. The weather does look a bit more okay on this side. I have to try to speak French. I just didn't feel like it, so that's the actual reason why I continued, not because I'm tough or anything. This is good. I can stay here peacefully. Well, this kind of sucks. It's been raining and raining and raining. Staying a little dry under the trees, but it just sucks. And I'm just sitting here. It has been at least an hour. I'm not gonna stay here like a sitting duck or anything. Dadgummit. Now, last night I could have gotten completely destroyed, but I didn't. I hiked 1 hour back to Bavella. It was so ridiculous. This is like a completely different world. Last night I could see only 10 meters in front of me. So I think I made the right call to stop acting like a sitting duck and go back to Bavella. Sometimes you just have to take a step back before you can make a big jump forward. So that's what I did. Today I'm trying to do 2.5 stages to make up for the lost time. I think I will be able to do it. I will do it. Yes, yes, yes! This looks like pigs have been digging here for food. Corsican pigs. So it took me 4 hours to reach Asinau. And I'm leaving it behind me. There it is. I'm continuing. It's looking a little bit cloudy. But I'm going for it. I am climbing to 2,000 meters. Right next to that peak. And then I will go down again, but this is serious business. Now this is hiking, surrounded by dark clouds. This is it, the highest point of the col. Wow, now this is it. Could even climb that one. I don't know, I want to move on. Just below the clouds. However, in the north, I will climb Monte Cinto, the highest one. Now that was the first snow. I am not intimidated at all by the snow. I mean, it's just sitting there, predictable. To be honest, I have no idea what I'm doing. I did not even read the guidebook beforehand. I just bought it, showed it on camera on the announcement video of my plans, and that's it. A crazy island, and I'm hiking from south to north. So when I started reading, but you have to reverse everything and the sentences, it just doesn't work. So I just came here, started at the dolphin, which I chose myself on Google Maps, got my food, got almost destroyed by rain, and now I'm hiking this trail. There's not much more to it, to be honest. It is really like a paradise. Like fairy tale country. Here, like a tree like this. Everything is just very beautiful and nice to look at. Very nice, all those mosses. But I think it also means this must be a very wet area. It is hard to believe that it is still at 1500 meters high. It does not feel like it, but I think that's also why this is such a unique nature. I've never seen something like this before. Yep, that's the Corsican pig right there. This is not at all what I expected from a GR20. Made it. I hope to get far away from this river. I don't like it anymore. At least the trail is marked again. There is a horse. Finally, a little bit of sun. Wow, that feels good. I'm just gonna stay on this rock. So I feel a bit safer from all those animals. The only way on the rock is here. I did about 23 or 24 kilometers today, which is pretty good in this terrain. Oh, this is the hardest hike. I can do that. Can do that. Can do that. Pretty cold wind and some view finally. Whoa! It is freezing cold. Whoa! 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 And it's gone. That was insane. And I can see the sea. This is not an easy part, especially because of the wind. Oh, that is exhausting. Oh, getting blown away. Oh. Whoosh. Now this is ridiculous. I'm gonna try it. But maybe the fog, maybe it means that there's less wind. But we will see. Now the wind is still here. But I feel like I just have to fight through this. Even though the next refuge is maybe a 6-hour walk, I just have to do this. The clouds might ruin the camera. Definitely happy with the fleece gloves and the wind pants. Oh, this is the hardest hike? I can do that. Can do that. Can do that. Ah, karma is a bitch, boy. Here we go again. So from the last 2 hours yesterday, I have no footage. What happened is the heaviest day of my life, the 22nd of May 2025. It was even tougher than the climb of Peak de la Gela in 2022 in the Pyrenees. This is it, Peak de la Gela. What happened was basically what you saw on the video, but much worse. 90 to 100 km per hour wind, which was confirmed by The Guardian. But on top of the ridge it was probably more towards 200 km per hour. I had to grab onto the ground to not blow away. And the vision, it was only 10 meters, but on top of that it also started raining really heavily, which was because of the wind. It penetrated through everything, and I do not have a rain jacket. I only have a rain poncho with me, which usually it works, but with these winds I did not even try to put it on. The rain poncho, it doesn't work in these conditions. Now you can probably imagine what happened. I was getting cold very fast, hypothermia. I could almost not use my hands anymore. It got worse and worse. I was just keep going on. I was only focusing on following the white and red markers because I could not get out my phone because my hands were too cold and I did not want my phone to get destroyed by the rain. I got completely destroyed. I kept going on and pushing on. I was only able to do this by pure grit and toughness. There was no technique or adventure IQ or whatever involved. It was just everything out of the window and just keep going, keep going, keep going. And it was also like a pretty technical hiking part with some scrambling. And on the parts that were a bit easier, I was just running. Sometimes I was even sprinting when the rain was so bad. I was running and sprinting to try to keep my body temperature high. I knew that if I kept going, I might be able to reach this refuge. At one point I was able to look at my phone and it looked like, oh, it's maybe 1 hour to go. After that I did not look on my phone. I just kept going and going and trying to follow the signs, which was not always as clear because there's only 10-meter vision. I was really focusing so hard and it was so tough. The vision was really only 10 meters or less even at some point, and actually my right eye, it was starting to see foggy, maybe because of the cold. So I had one eye to look, and then at some point I see these white tents from the next to the refuge, and then I knew, okay, I survived. this was it. This was crazy. I went inside. There were a lot of people there, but there was no heating because of the wind. They could not do it because of the smoke. I did not have dry clothes, so I was sitting there shaking. But it was. I knew when I was inside. I knew, okay, this is recovering. My body was already recovering from the hypothermia. Fuck, man. Now another topic which is kind of separate from this but also influenced is I came here to do the entire GR20, of course, from south to north. But last night I talked with a reliable Frenchman, good hiker. He came from the north and he has the crampons and the ice axe with him. He said because of the snow conditions, especially stage 4, it is a no-go if you don't have the equipment. My GR20 ends at Fietsafone. Maybe we've been gaslit. Another days, waking up in this toxic haze. What the fuck happened?
Off my skin.
Yes. Corsican pigs.
Will shit get better or will we die? Once upon a crime. Writing songs to right the wrongs. Let's hope
Don't take too long.
we give up or will we die? Once upon a crime. Writing songs to right the wrongs. Let's hope Armageddon don't take too long. We give up or will we die?
Once upon a crime.
Another dream, another scream. To someplace more, to someplace free. On top of the ashes of this society. It's where we'll start, it's where we'll be.